Okay.
Well, hey guys, welcome back to another video. And today we'll be talking about how to nerf a character in a gacha game, or more specifically, how to nerf a character without breaking the law. Because a while ago, we talked about how to buff a character, now we're doing the opposite. But unlike the other video, to nerf a character in a gacha game has a lot of implications. Because if you nerf a character directly in a gacha game, and if the company from China, you can't directly nerf a character directly because that is breaking Chinese law. Because some people pay for the characters with the premium currency, spending lots of money just to get a character. And if that character gets nerfed, which they paid for, it's like paying for something that's not advertised. And the reason why companies like Hoya or other companies don't nerf characters because one, they will have to issue refund, and you know they're not gonna do that. But also, there are ways of nerfing a character without nerfing them directly and without breaking the law. And I want to talk about it, but before I continue onward, if you like what you see, wanna hit the like button and sub to my channel because I really want to hit 800 subs so badly and we're so damn close. So come on, help a brother out, won't you? Okay, that's enough begging. Okay, so as we talk about with how to buff a character, selling characters is how gacha games make their money. Like they want you to spend money on each new character that comes out. But what happens when you get satisfied with the already existing characters you have and you already have an established team that can basically beat everything in the game? And unless you like them or you want more variety, there wouldn't really be a reason to pull for the newer characters. So obviously, there's a few routes they can go with this. Make the newer character does more than the other characters by adding more to the kit compared to the older characters. Like take Luocha for example. Luocha is your standard healer, can heal, cleanse, strip debuffs. Luocha is a really good healer that can keep your team alive, but then Woho, a healer that can keep your team alive, but also buff your attack and recharge. Like that, or the other ways through the content in the game. Like in Honkai Star, whenever a new character comes out or a rerun happening, the content will get tailored to whatever on the banner, but also how they would make it. If they like a character that's too oppressive or too like powerful, they will try their best to indirectly nerf it with the enemies they add. Like if there's 4 enemies on the field, you're not gonna bring a hunt unit, and if it's just like a boss or 2 enemies, you're not really gonna use an air distance character compared to like a hunt or destruction unit. And let's say you have Jinglu on your account, right? You like your best build character in the game, and like for a good amount of time, there are barely any enemies that will weak the ice because the last few MLCs apart from this one legit would just win imaginary and electric. And God forbid, if you don't have the right element to break the toughness, it's almost like you're not even doing any damage. And then this is like the biggest offender of this. Well, there are 2 actually. Exploiting a character's weakness and making content that directly counter what's oppressive. So what do I mean by exploiting a character's weakness? You know that they've been trying to like make Fushan viability less without exactly making it garbage, right? There's this one boss fight, but that boss always cancer no matter how you look at it. But then you look at the same boss fight and then the Aventurine boss fight, and you can definitely beat it with Fushan if you have like a really well built DPS. But if you don't, then you have like mid investment, for one, Fushan will just get overwhelmed. And then you have this new upcoming boss that's happening. Like with the amount of damage output and the AoE he has, like it's gonna be deadly. But not to say Fushan will just fall out of the meta. It's just she won't be as oppressive as she once was, but still being good at the same time. And then what I mean by making content and counters oppressive characters, like if there's something really broken, the devil will probably make like content to try to stop it. Like take Aventurine, he like the best shield in the game, but very soon in the future they'll start making content that counters shields. Like they might make enemies that can take away shield, or enemies that can go through it like corrosion and Genshin Impact, or they'll just make enemies that get stronger if they hit a shield. Or let's take another example, like let's say a character like Ratio or Akron, character that really want the enemy to be applied with debuff, or for Akron case debuff and DOT. Honestly, there are reality where they can make enemies that are immune to DOT and debuff and break effect. That is something that I can definitely see coming in the near future. Or about enemies like Fantalia Lotus that can take away skill points. Like they can do so much stuff to counter so many different characters. And even if this stuff kinda happens, most likely it probably just gonna be on one side of MOC. And even if this type of content happens, or the dev try to nerf a character indirectly, it's not gonna mean they're gonna fall off and be garbage. They just won't be as like oppressive, and they'll just be more options, and they'll just be good but not completely busted. And typically they'll just be fine. Like, they want you to go for the new stuff, but at the same time they also want you to keep using the old stuff too. Because what if you still have like a personal connection? So if they were to like indirectly nerf a character, it won't just be to make them awful, just to make them like not oppressive, to make you have more variety basically. But also, could you imagine in some gacha games, if they do nerf a character, they will just like reimburse you with like the amount of pulls it takes to get a 5-star. Like, could you imagine if they did that in a Hoyo game? Like, that would be crazy. Like, they would never do that. So I guess they'll stick to indirectly nerfing their characters in a sense. And yeah, that's about it, because with all that said, I think that's everything I want to talk about for today's video. So thanks for watching. I do appreciate you for sure. And let me know what I should do next, and let me know what you guys think what to say, because I read and respond to all my comments. And follow me on all my social medias in the description or the pinned comment, and join my Discord server and be a part of my community, because it'll just make me a happy boy. So just do it for my sake, would you? And with all that said, take care, love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.